Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with number 158 in this series Viewers Games. This one is from Russell. It was played in 2022 in the Cincinnati Open, so it was an over-the-board game. That doesn't happen too much in this series. Russell's opponent was Angelo Fleming with a rating of 1549 and Russell's rating was 1567. Let's see what happened. Russell opened with the e-pawn, best by test. c5 is the Sicilian, knight c3 and a6. We call this the Kan variation. Russell played a4 on the third move, and that is the third most popular move. g3 is the most popular move in this position, and f4 is the second most popular move. But Russell played a4. Knight c6 from his opponent, there goes the f-pawn, g6, the bishop is going to get fianchettoed. Knight f3 developing, and there goes that bishop on the beautiful long diagonal. Bishop c4, d6, and Russell also plays the d-pawn up, e6, and Russell puts his king safely in the corner. Knight g to e7, queen e1, and knight d4. The players are following a game of Anand versus Ljubojevich from 1992. Both players are playing the opening very well. And black is threatening something on c2 with a fork. Knight takes d4 is the best move here. Just take that knight off. But Russell protected c2 with the bishop. That was taken. C takes, and the queen went to b6, attacking that pawn on b3. a5 hitting the queen, and queen takes b3 is possible. This pawn grab looks scary, but the queen will not get trapped. For example, rook a3, the queen can still go to b4, and it's not possible to trap the queen. But it looks dangerous, so it's understandable that black plays the queen back to c7. Queen h4 from Russell and knight to c6. Now the a5 pawn is attacked twice. Bishop d2 from Russell, developing that last piece, and you can take on a5 here with the knight. You can also castle, but in the game black decided to play the knight to d4. Nice central square. But his king is still in the middle. I highlighted the king there on e8. Russell decided to take. Bishop takes check, king steps aside, and now it's really time to castle. Angelo Fleming, but he did not do that in 2022. He played bishop back to g7. I've highlighted the pieces on the back rank. The king is in the middle, both rooks are still in the corner, and also the bishop on c8 is undeveloped. And white has much better development. Russell goes forward. Bishop d7. Rook a to e1, aiming at black's king, and castling is now too late. Black did not play it, but it is not a good move here because there is f6. The bishop has to go to the corner, and then queen h6. It's not threatening checkmate on g7. That square is covered by the bishop, but I've highlighted the plan here for white. He can play e5, then the knight can come to e4, and then to g5. There's also an idea of a rook lift, rook f3 and rook h3. Very dangerous plans, and white's attack is very strong and actually is winning here. So castling is not possible, and black played queen d8 instead. f6 came anyway. It's protected twice by the queen and the rook. So the bishop has to play. Bishop f8 was played here, and again I've highlighted the pieces on the back rank. All of them, apart from the bishop on d7. This does not look good for black. Russell plays very actively. Knight d5 is a beautiful move. You can take it, but then there is e takes d5 check, and it is a disaster. You can only interpose pieces which will be taken. So knight d5 is hardly a piece sacrifice, but still a very beautiful move. Black saw he couldn't take it, so he played bishop c6. Knight b6, attacking the rook in the corner, and h5. You can ask the question, why did black not save his rook with rook b8? But he played h5, and you can ask the question, why did Russell not take on a8, take material? But he played queen h3 instead. Now black saved the rook, and we'll see that Russell has his eyes on bigger prizes than winning an exchange in a corner. Queen takes e6 is a beautiful move. Check, a queen sacrifice. Black is totally busted. He took the queen, which allows a beautiful checkmate, but there was no defense. And now we see the mate in 2. If you want to put the video on pause, have a look for yourself. How does Russell checkmate his opponent in 2 moves here after that beautiful queen sacrifice? It's not very difficult. f7 check. King e7 is the only move, and checkmate with the bishop. Bishop g5 is checkmate. A beautifully played game from Russell. Once again, we see how important it is to complete one's development in chess. Play with all your pieces. They all want to be at the party. Thanks to Russell for sending me this game. If you want your game to be analyzed on Chess to Impress, please send it to me by email to classroomchess64@gmail.com. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.